So I hate doing these videos. I'm just gonna be real with you. You know, I just can't understand how, like, and I know people have said it trillions of times, but I am a thinker. I think real hard, you know, pause on a lot of stuff. And I just don't understand how it's just something as simple as just treating someone as, with respect. I don't see why is it that so difficult? Why is it so difficult when you have someone else's life in your hands to treat it with respect? And this is crazy. So it's crazy. So while the George Floyd case was going on, right? You had the guy, Dante Wright, shot and killed by a white police officer, female, that said she thought the gun that she was pulling out was a taser and not her regular gun. Then while they were reading out the verdict to Derek Chauvin, a 15-year-old girl, because they keep on saying 16-year-old. So they're trying to add some an extra year to it. She was 15, about to turn 16. A 15-year-old girl gets shot by an officer that, if he didn't say what he said, well, I'm even taking, he could have shot her in the leg. He could have did something, but let's just say he was trying to protect the girl. The 15-year-old girl was lunging to stab. She had a knife in her hand. She was about to stab this other girl. Okay, let's say if he was really trying to protect her, then I can understand it. But you shoot and kill her and then turn around and say Blue Lives Matter? This is ridiculous, man. This is ridiculous. And people do not want to hear this. People do not want to hear this, but I don't think, and this is the truth, I don't think that this world is worthy enough for, and world meaning other races outside of the black race, I don't think that they're worthy enough to be around us. I really don't. And the reason why is, at the end of the day, you can sit back and talk all of that BS about, you black people, you kill each other and this and that and so forth and blah, 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 blah. Well, the first thing is this. If you want to use that type of thought process, right? All right. So let's use that type of thought process. So if I go over somebody's house, right, and they have dirty dishes in the sink, and I eat something over that person's house, I'm just gonna throw my dirty dish in the sink like I wasn't taught better? Like my mother didn't teach me to clean after myself? You understand? So when you see someone disrespecting themselves, it is not, you're a part of the problem when you disrespect them while in the process of disrespecting yourself. If anything, you should think that these people have a problem, a mental problem. Where does that mental problem stem from? And if you do any type of, not even intensive research, just an itty bitty amount of research, but you don't care to research, right? Because black people don't mean nothing to you. But if you did any type of research, you would see everything that we've gone through and still going through. I just saw the other day, there was I've read several different comments, well, not comments, but they were on Instagram, stating that, as a black man, I own a BMW or a Mercedes or a Porsche, and I got pulled over so many times to the point where I took it back and got a regular car. That's crazy to me. That's crazy where racism influences you to drive a certain car, live a certain place. If you have never experienced that, you don't know where we're coming from. Dating, because some people still don't accept interracial relationships. Racism is worse than AIDS. It's worse than COVID-19. It's worse than Ebola. And some people may say, well, how is that so? Because do you know how many millions and billions of people racism has killed over the years? You can't even begin to imagine. So racism is a disease, it's a virus. And then it continues to grow year after year after year. And it makes no sense to me. This guy, Chris Cuomo, on CNN said a couple of days ago, I think it might have been last week, he said the only way we'll see police reform is when white children start getting killed by the cops. Now, he's not stating, here we go with these dumbass racist white people, not regular white people, dumbass racist white people. He didn't state that white people need to be killed in order for white children need to be killed for there to be police reform. He's stating that this is the extreme it has to go to. That if it happened, then there'll be change. I'm more than sure he doesn't want to see white children dead or killed by the cops. I'm more than sure he has a white child of his own. And no one wants to see their children killed, murdered out in the streets. But it seems as though, let me take that back. It seems as though that no one wants to see white children or children that are not minorities. But minorities, it's cool to see how old was Tamar Rice? 12, I think? It's cool to see him on camera get shot and killed by a cop. Which makes no sense to me, man. I am sick and goddamn tired of doing these videos, and I'm also sick and tired of people that are black that see this shit happening and they still continue doing mud bombs and all of the rest of the shit that they do on YouTube in order to make money, but they fail to mention what's going on in our community. Sometimes you need to sit down and take the time out to do a video that's gonna mean something to people, because people are going through some shit. You still steady doing mukbangs and shit, or talking about your sexuality. You need to push that to the side and deal with what's the matter, what's going on right now. Straight up. And it's obvious, even though I don't support that Black Lives Matter movement, because it's full of you know what. But it's obvious that Black lives do not matter. They don't. They just don't at all. Let me tell you something. It was in Concord. It either was in Concord or Kannapolis, right? They caught this police officer, right, taking the police dog, whatever they call him. He had him by the leash, and then he pulled him up and had the dog strung up by the neck, and the dog is choking, and then he threw him in the car and hit him, right? I said, you know what? That man going to jail. Because let me tell you something, there are 1,000,001 dog lovers on this planet. And just this couple of days, they didn't press any charges. I said, man, we're doomed as a race. If they don't press charges on a cop I'm telling you, the cop put some police brutality on that dog, and no charges were pressed. If they didn't, and you know they love their dogs. Oh, you can that. They're gonna be more murders. More murders. And it's just crazy, man. When a person sits back and says to me, well, Langston, why are you saying that nobody can participate in hip hop at this time outside of the minorities? And the reason why is because seriously, without talking about a specific race, why do y'all deserve to participate in something that we created when you all don't love us? That doesn't make sense. It just doesn't. It's like, didn't your mother and father teach you better? When you made all D's and E's in school, did they go out and say, Johnny, you made all D's and E's, we're gonna get you the PS5? And for those that don't know what PS5 is, PlayStation. No, they didn't. They waited until you made your A's and B's, then they rewarded you. Same thing here. I'm not gonna hand over my culture called hip hop, even though you all have taken it from us, because we weak as a people, let y'all have it. But if it was up to me, I wouldn't allow y'all to participate in my culture, do my dances, my challenges, and all of that stuff until you all knew how to act, until you all were treating me right. And I can say, you know what, I'm gonna give this particular race an A for as how they treat black people. But they don't. And I can tell you, all y'all flunking. All y'all flunking. I don't give a fuck how many white friends and Asian friends and Mexican friends, and the list goes on. All y'all are flunking as a race. Plain and simple. Y'all seen this going on. And the thing of it is, at the end of the day, there's more people that have died. It's just that these are recorded. And they get bumped up. It's good for CNN views. It's good for Fox News views. Because somehow, some sick satanic, I don't know how to explain it. For some odd reason, people love to see black people killed by the cops on TV. It's great views. Great views. And we as a society are sick in the head to look at that shit over and over again. I'm not trying to be, disrespectful at all, but y'all are crazy for looking at that George Floyd thing. I couldn't look at it for 9 minutes and 29 seconds. I just couldn't do it. I couldn't bring myself to do it. I would go on this we got to get it right thing and all of this. I'm just tired. I don't know what to tell you. I don't have any solutions for you. I know what I'm gonna do. I know how I'm gonna take my children out of this situation, my family out of this situation. Because I've always said this, and this is no secret. There's other places other than America. Yeah, true indeed. You're gonna have to give up some things, some amenities. You're gonna have to give it up. But what are you willing to sacrifice for your life? You understand? Like what? If I put it right, in other words, what I'm saying is that, are you willing to, I think I put it right. Are you willing to sacrifice your life off of McDonald's and Burger King? Because some countries don't have that. Are you willing to stay in a country that if you get stopped by the cops, you just may not make it home if you're an African American man, woman, or child? I'd rather stay here because I know I got McDonald's, I got Burger King, I got this place and that place. You are talking about the things that distract you from what's really going on in the world, right? They want you to eat at McDonald's, Burger King. They want you to take the vaccination. They want you to look at reality TV shows. They want to get you away from what's really going on. So while you steadily over there busy, they steadily over here passing laws and taking your rights away one by one by one. It doesn't make a difference where you live at. I hate that I dedicated this channel most recently to Charlotte, because now it's like now I don't get the views that I want to get because everybody want to know what's about Charlotte. I've said enough. But even in Charlotte, you can't escape what's going on around in this country. Can't escape it. Is racism here? It's not as much, but it's still here. It's like, man, it's sick. This is a sick world. Sorry, excuse me. This is not a sick world. The world provides everything that we need. I love Mother Earth. It's sick people that's on this planet. Sick people. I said this in a video a couple videos ago. I used to live in Atlanta. The only reason why I moved is because of the people. Atlanta was beautiful. It was the people that were ugly. And it wasn't so much ugly far as their physical appearance. I'm talking about here. The way that they think down there. And the way that a lot of racist white people think. Which bugs me out. It just bugs me out. And it's so crazy, like, how we can advance as the human race if we can learn to understand one another. If we can learn to exchange minds and sit down with one another and get to know one another and know how we think and how we walk and how we talk, and that there's no type of supremacy over anyone. Because I can't force you to be like me, because you can't be like me. So how can you enforce white supremacy on me? I can never be white. I don't care. I could go to work and I can talk like this. I'm still gonna get off and talk the way that I'm talking right now. I can't change my nose. I can't change my lips. Well, take that back. I mean, they had plastic surgery. I mean, Michael Jackson, he used to be a young black man. He turned into an old white lady. But deep in the inside, you can't take that away from me. You can't. I'm still gonna be a black man, regardless of whether I alter my appearance or whether I talk like this, whatever. Or if I walk like I got a broomstick up my ass, doesn't make a difference. I'm still gonna be who I am. And it's just, it comes to a point in time where we have to accept one another. We have to sit down and I don't know what to say, because like I would say, well, you know, something may have to happen where aliens may have to invade this planet. I'm about to say something red. Don't count on the blacks helping you all out, because we gonna help the aliens. Seriously, yo, if it's Duka language, give me a spaceship. I hope y'all out. And it's funny, but it's true. I'll be helping them out. Because if anyone comes down to this planet and they are taking care of business and they doing what they have to do against the powers that be, I'm all with it. I'm all with it. Because let me tell you something about black people. Before I get off this video, excuse me. Black people been getting their ass kicked for the longest. And I'm gonna tell you, seriously, see, I ain't like the rest of these Negroes. Vengeance is mine, said the Lord. See, I'm gonna quote Bible scriptures on you. Vengeance is mine, saith the Lord. I wanna see one day, and I'm not saying nobody in particular or no race, I'm just talking. I just wanna see one day before I close my eyes for these racist people that feel as though that they superior, these elitist, oligarchist motherfuckers get their ass kicked. When I see that, I can close my eyes. Period. I hold grudges. I don't forgive and I don't forget. And neither should you, because it continues to happen. Period. I hold grudges. Hell yeah, I do. I will take those grudges to the grave with me. Period. That plain and simple. So, alien invasion, excuse me, what kind of weaponry are y'all using? Cause I'm down. Other than that, man, yo, you gotta laugh from crying. Whew.